The University of Kansas is a public research university and the largest in the U.S. state of Kansas. KU branch campuses are located in the towns of Lawrence, Wichita, Overland Park, Salina, and Kansas City, Kansas, with the main campus located in Lawrence on Mount Oread, the highest location in Lawrence. Founded March 21, 1865, the university was opened in 1866, under a charter granted by the Kansas State Legislature in 1864 following enabling legislation passed in 1863 under the Kansas State Constitution, adopted 2 years after the 1861 admission of the former Kansas Territory as the 34th state into the Union following a very famous bloody internal civil war known as Bleeding Kansas during the 1850s. The university's medical center and university hospital are located in Kansas City, Kansas. The Edwards campus is in Overland Park, Kansas, in the Kansas City metropolitan area. There are also educational and research sites in Parsons and Topeka, and branches of the University of Kansas School of Medicine in Wichita and Salina. The university is one of the 62 members of the Association of American Universities. Enrollment at the Lawrence and Edwards campuses was 23,597 students in fall 2014. An additional 3,371 students were enrolled at the KU Medical Center for a total enrollment of 26,968 students across the 3 campuses. The university overall employed 2,663 faculty members in fall 2012. History. On February 20, 1863, Kansas Governor Thomas Kearny signed into law a bill creating the State University in Lawrence. The law was conditioned upon a gift from Lawrence of a $15,000 endowment fund and a site for the university, in or near the town, of not less than 40 acres of land. If Lawrence failed to meet these conditions, Emporia instead of Lawrence would get the university. The site selected for the university was a hill known as Mount Oread, which was owned by former Kansas Governor Charles L. Robinson. Robinson and his wife Sarah bestowed the 40-acre site to the state of Kansas in exchange for land elsewhere. The philanthropist Amos Adams Lawrence donated $10,000 of the necessary endowment fund, and the citizens of Lawrence raised the remaining cash by issuing notes backed by Governor Kearny. On November 2, 1863, Governor Kearny announced that Lawrence had met the conditions to get the state university, and the following year the university was officially organized. The school's Board of Regents held its first meeting in March 1865, which is the event that KU dates its founding from. Work on the first college building began later that year. The university opened for classes on September 12, 1866, and the first class graduated in 1873. During World War II, Kansas was one of 131 colleges and universities nationally that took part in the V-12 Navy College Training Program, which offered students a path to a Navy commission. Famous landmarks and structures. KU is home to the Robert J. Dole Institute of Politics, the Beach Center on Disability, Light Center of Kansas, and radio stations KJHK, 90.7 fathoms, and KANU, 91.5 fathoms. The university is host to several museums including the University of Kansas Natural History Museum and the Spencer Museum of Art. The libraries of the university include the Watson Library, Spencer Research Library, and Anschutz Library, which commemorates the businessman Philip Anschutz, an alumnus of the university. Academics. The University of Kansas is a large, state-sponsored university, with 5 campuses. KU features the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, which includes the School of the Arts and the School of Public Affairs and Administration, and the Schools of Architecture, Design and Planning, Business, Education, Engineering, Health Professions, Journalism and Mass Communications, Law, Medicine, Music, Nursing, Pharmacy, and Social Welfare. The university offers more than 345 degree programs. In its 2016 list, U.S. News & World Report ranked KU as tied for 115th place among national universities and 55th place among public universities. The City Management and Urban Policy program was ranked first in the nation, and the Special Education program second, by U.S. News & World Report's 2016 rankings. USN&WR also ranked several programs in the top 25 among U.S. universities. School of Architecture, Design, and Planning equals. The University of Kansas School of Architecture, Design, and Planning, with its main building being Marvin Hall, traces its architectural roots to the creation of the Architectural Engineering degree program in KU's School of Engineering in 1912. The Bachelor of Architecture degree was added in 1920. In 1969, the School of Architecture and Urban Design was formed with three programs: Architecture, Architectural Engineering, and Urban Planning. In 2001, Architectural Engineering merged with Civil and Environmental Engineering. The design programs from the discontinued School of Fine Arts were merged into the school in 2009, forming the current School of Architecture, Design, and Planning. According to the journal Design Intelligence, which annually publishes America's best architecture and design schools, the School of Architecture and Urban Design at the University of Kansas was named the best in the Midwest and ranked 11th among all undergraduate architecture programs in the U.S. in 2012. School of Business equals. The University of Kansas School of Business is a public business school located on the main campus of the University of Kansas in Lawrence, Kansas. The KU School of Business was founded in 1924 and currently has more than 80 faculty members and approximately 1,500 students. Named one of the best business schools in the Midwest by Princeton Review, the KU School of Business has been continually accredited by the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business for both its undergraduate and graduate programs in business and accounting. School of Law equals. The University of Kansas School of Law was the top law school in the state of Kansas, and 68th nationally, according to the 2014 U.S. News & World Report Best Graduate Schools edition. Classes are held in Green Hall at W 15th Street and Burdick Drive, which is named after former Dean James Green. School of Engineering equals. The KU School of Engineering is an ABET-accredited, public engineering school located on the main campus. The School of Engineering was officially founded in 1891, although engineering degrees were awarded as early as 1873. In the U.S. News & World Report's America Unregistered Trademark S Best Colleges 2016 issue, KU Unregistered Trademark S School of Engineering was ranked tied for 90th among national universities. Notable alumni include Alan Mulally, President and CEO of Ford Motor Company; Lou Montulli, co-founder of Netscape and author of the Lynx web browser; Brian McClendon, VP of Engineering at Google; Charles E. Spar, former CEO of Standard Oil of Ohio. School of Journalism and Mass Communications equals. The William Allen White School of Journalism and Mass Communications is recognized for its ability to prepare students to work in a variety of media when they graduate. The school offers 2 tracks of study: News and Information and Strategic Communication. This professional school teaches its students reporting for print, online and broadcast, strategic campaigning for PR and advertising, photojournalism and video reporting and editing. The J School's students maintain various publications on campus, including the University Daily Kansan, J-Play Magazine, KUJH-TV and KJHK Radio. In 2008, the FIS Guide to Colleges praised the KUJ School for its strength. In 2010, the School of Journalism and Mass Communications finished second at the prestigious Hearst Foundation National Writing Competition. Medical Center equals. The University of Kansas Medical Center features 3 schools: the School of Medicine, School of Nursing, and School of Health Professions. Furthermore, each of the 3 schools has its own programs of graduate study. As of the fall 2013 semester, there were 3,349 students enrolled at KU Med. The Medical Center also offers 4-year instruction at the Wichita campus, and features a medical school campus in Salina, Kansas that is devoted to rural healthcare. The university-affiliated Independent University of Kansas Hospital is co-located at the University of Kansas Medical Center. equals the Edwards Campus, Overland Park equals, KU's Edwards Campus is in Overland Park, Kansas. Established in 1993, its goal is to provide adults with the opportunity to complete college degrees. About 2,100 students attend the Edwards Campus, with an average age of 32. Programs available at the Edwards Campus include developmental psychology, public administration, social work, systems analysis, information technology, engineering management and design. Tuition at KU is 13% below the national average, according to the College Board, and the university remains a Best Buy in the region. Beginning in the 2007-2008 academic year, first-time freshmen at KU pay a fixed tuition rate for 48 months according to the 4-year tuition compact passed by the Kansas Board of Regents. For the 2014-15 academic year, tuition was $318 per credit hour for in-state freshmen and $828 for out-of-state freshmen. For transfers students, who do not take part in the compact, 2014-15 per credit hour tuition was $295 for in-state undergraduates and $785 for out-of-state undergraduates. Subject to annual increases. Students enrolled in 6 or more credit hours also paid an annual required campus fee of $888. The schools of architecture, music, arts, business, education, engineering, journalism, law, pharmacy, and social welfare charge additional fees. Computing innovations KU's School of Business launched interdisciplinary management science graduate studies in operations research during fall semester 1965. The program provided the foundation for decision science applications supporting NASA Project Apollo Command capsule recovery operations. KU's academic computing department was an active participant in setting up the Internet and is the developer of the early Lynx text-based web browser. Lynx itself provided hypertext browsing and navigation prior to Tim Berners-Lee's invention of HTTP and HTML. Student activities athletics The school's sports teams, wearing crimson and royal blue, are called the Kansas Jayhawks. They participate in the NCAA's Division I and in the Big 12 Conference. KU has won 13 national championships, 5 in men's basketball, 3 in men's indoor track and field, 3 in men's outdoor track and field, 1 in men's cross country and 1 in women's outdoor track and field. The home course for KU cross country is Rimrock Farm. Their most recent championship came on June 8, 2013 when the KU women's track and field team won the NCAA Outdoor in Eugene, Oregon, becoming the first University of Kansas women's team to win a national title. KU football dates from 1890, and is played in the Orange Bowl 3 times, 1948, 1968, and 2008. They are currently coached by David Beatty, who was hired in 2014. In 2008, under the leadership of Mark Mangino, the number 7 Jayhawks emerged victorious in their first BCS Bowl game, the FedEx Orange Bowl, with a 24-21 victory over the number 3 Virginia Tech Hokies. This capstone victory marked the end of the most successful season in school history, in which the Jayhawks went 12-1. The team plays at Memorial Stadium, which recently underwent a $31 million renovation to add the Anderson Family Football Complex, adding a football practice facility adjacent to the stadium complete with indoor partial practice field, weight room, and new locker room. The KU men's basketball team has fielded a team every year since 1898. The Jayhawks are a perennial national contender currently coached by Bill Self. The team has won 5 national titles, including 3 NCAA tournament championships in 1952, 1988, and 2008. The basketball program is currently the second winningest program in college basketball history with an overall record of 2,070-806 through the 2011-12 season. The team plays at Allen Fieldhouse. Perhaps its best recognized player was Wilt Chamberlain, who played in the 1950s. Kansas has counted among its coaches Dr. James Naismith, Basketball Hall of Fame inductee Fog Allen, Basketball Hall of Fame inductee Roy Williams of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and Basketball Hall of Fame inductee and former NBA champion Detroit Pistons coach Larry Brown. In addition, legendary University of Kentucky coach and Basketball Hall of Fame inductee Adolph Rupp played for KU's 1922 and 1923 Helms National Championship teams, and NCAA Hall of Fame inductee and University of North Carolina coach Dean Smith played for KU's 1952 NCAA Championship team. Both Rupp and Smith played under Phog Allen. Allen also coached Hall of Fame coaches Dutch Longborg and Ralph Miller. Allen founded the National Association of Basketball Coaches, which started what is now the NCAA tournament. The tournament began in 1939 under the NABC and the next year was handed off to the newly formed NCAA. Notable non-varsity sports include rugby. The rugby team owns its private facility and internationally tours every 2 years. Sharon Zengel was introduced as KU's new athletic director in January 2011. Under former athletic director Lou Perkins, the department's budget increased from $27.2 million in 2003 to currently over $50 million thanks in large part to money raised from a new priority seating policy at Allen Fieldhouse, a new $26.67 million 8-year contract with Adidas replacing an existing contract with Nike, and a new $40.2 million 7-year contract with ESPN Regional Television. The additional funds brought improvements to the university, including the Booth Family Hall of Athletics addition to Allen Fieldhouse, brand new offices and lounges for the women's basketball program, brand new scoreboard and batting facility for the baseball field, a new $35 million football facility adjacent to Memorial Stadium, the $8 million 42,000 square foot Anderson Family Strength Center. Debate teams The University of Kansas has had more teams compete in the National Debate Tournament than any other university. Kansas has won the tournament 5 times and had 12 teams make it to the Final Four. Kansas trails only Northwestern, Dartmouth, and Harvard for most tournaments won. Kansas also won the 1981 Euro 82 Copeland Award. Anthems Notable among a number of songs commonly played and sung at various events such as commencement and convocation, and athletic games are, Euro unregistered trademark Emma Jayhawk, Fighting Jayhawk, Kansas Song, Sunflower Song, Crimson and the Blue, Red and Blue, The Rock Chalk, Jayhawk Chant, Home on the Range, and Stand Up and Cheer. Media The school newspaper of the University of Kansas is University Daily Kansan, which placed first in the intercollegiate writing competition of the prestigious William Randolph Hearst Writing Foundation competition, often called the Pulitzers of college journalism in 2007. In winter 2008, a group of students created Qpedia, a wiki about all things KU. They have received student funding for operations in 2008 to Euro 09. The KU Department of English publishes the Coal City Review, an annual literary journal of prose, poetry, reviews and illustrations. The review typically features the work of many writers, but periodically spotlights one author, as in the case of 2006 Nelson Poetry Book Award winner Voyeur Poems by Matthew Forupski. The University Daily Kansan operates outside of the university's William Allen White School of Journalism and reaches an audience of at least 30,000 daily readers through its print and online publications. The university houses the following public broadcasting stations: KJHK, a student-run campus radio station, KUJHLP, an independent station that primarily broadcasts public affairs programs, and KANU, the NPR-affiliated radio station. Kansas Public Radio Station KANU was one of the first public radio stations in the nation. KJHK, the campus radio has roots back to 1952 and is completely run by students. Housing Foundations University of Kansas Memorial Corporation The first union was built on campus in 1926 as a campus community center. The unions are still the living rooms of campus today and include 3 locations: the Kansas Union and Burge Union at the Lawrence campus and Jayhawk Central at the Edwards campus. The KU Memorial Unions Corporation manages the KU Bookstore. The KU Bookstore is the official bookstore of KU. The corporation also includes KU Dining Services, with more than 20 campus locations, including the Market and the Underground. The KU Bookstore and KU Dining Services are not-for-profit, with proceeds going back to support student programs, such as student union activities. KU Endowment KU Endowment was established in 1891 as America Euro Unregistered Trademark's first foundation for a public university. Its mission is to partner with donors in providing philanthropic support to build a greater University of Kansas. The Community Toolbox. The Community Toolbox is a public service of the university maintained by the Workgroup for Community Health and Development. It is a free, online resource that contains more than 7,000 pages of practical information for promoting community health and development, and is a global resource for both professionals and grassroots groups engaged in the work of community health and development. Notable alumni and faculty. See also: Bailey Hall, Buddig Hall, Kansas Audio Reader Network, Kansas Crew, University of Kansas Marching Jayhawks. References. Further reading: University of Kansas Traditions, The Jayhawk, Kirk Meckham, The Mythical Jayhawk, Kansas Historical Quarterly 13, 1, pages 3-15. A tongue-in-cheek history and description of the mythical Jayhawk. Kansas, a cyclopedia of state history, embracing events, institutions, industries, counties, cities, towns, prominent persons, etc. 3 volumes. Frank W. Blackmar. Standard Publishing Company. 944/955/824 pages. 1912. External links: Official website, Kansas Athletics website, Works by University of Kansas at Project Gutenberg, Works by or about University of Kansas at Internet Archive.